Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new ESO video with me, Sherman. Today we are going to be talking about the channel update, what's going on, why I've been just releasing kind of these weird videos talking about different stuff. Basically guys, this is what's going on. So in the process of working on 35 different builds, which is true. I've been coming up with an idea. I've got a list here of the builds I want to create for you guys, and there's 35 of them, and it's not an easy task. It's actually been really challenging for me because it's taking up all of my time, like all of it, because I want to start releasing next week. So I have to wait until the European players get put on the PTS, so I have 14 character slots to work with. Actually, I think then they're going to give us the extra one, and if they do, I'll buy all 15. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do the 5 main tanks, 5 off tanks. Now, these are 5 tanks that I'm going to create. These builds, if there's nothing different about them in the next update, the only thing I will do is remake the video with the updated champion points, and that's it for the next DLC or chapter or whatever we get. I will do this with every one of these builds until unless I find something new, like a new idea that might be better. The reason I'm only going to be sticking to the 10 tanks, 10 DPS, and 10 healers is because it's a lot of undertaking. I didn't realize how much work it really was, and now I understand why a lot of people focus so much on just meta builds, is because it's so hard to make a lot of different builds. And it's not hard. The hard part isn't making them. The hard part is managing that many builds. It's really, really hard. But I do have, like I said, I've been scribbling down a bunch of stuff, writing down, screenshotting characters, you know, like gear, all that kind of stuff, just so I know the layout of what I want to do. So when next week comes along, I can start recording and making all these builds and then releasing them as I go. But then in the next DLC chapter release, whatever it is, I'm gonna record the videos a week in advance, and those videos will be coming out in the last 2 weeks of the PTS. So all my builds are going to get updated every DLC, and if there's any changes to the game, to anything that's going to change the build, I will go in and remake it, just so I can have it up to date to those changes. But that's if the PTS gets those changes. If the PTS doesn't get those changes, I'm not going to worry about it. So, the builds themselves I'm going to be making is 10 tanks. So I'm going to make 5 main tanks, 5 off tanks. Then I'm going to do 10 DPS, or 10 healers, sorry. I'm going to make 5 main healers and 5 support healers. So there's going to be, in total, that's 20, and then I'm going to make 10 DPS, 1 Magicka type, 1 stamina, you know, like 1 of each in Magicka, 1 of each in, so 5 Magicka, 5 stamina. Then I'm going to be doing 5 more builds. I'm going to do 1 for each class, and they're all going to be solo play builds. And that's how I'm going to do this time around. I'm going to see how this works out. If this works out okay to where I can manage it between now and the next update, if I can manage it then and then I'll be fine. I'll continue like this with doing 10 builds every update. So every update I'm going to add 10 new builds to my tanks. So I'm going to create 10 new tanks. And then the next update, 10 new tanks. And if there's any of my builds that need updated, I will update them because of changes. But otherwise, I'm not going to worry about changing them because I want there to be a variety in the game. Now, all of the builds I'm making are going to be in-game viable. That means they will be able to go into in-game, help you get in-game gear if you want. That means doing the vet dungeons, vet trials, you name it. These builds will be made to get you into those. These will not be builds made to play that content necessarily. Some can, some won't, but they will help you get gear from that content. That's what they're designed to do, is just to help you. And I'm going to continue doing this until my brain explodes, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going to continue doing it that way just so that there's constant changes in what I offer. I don't want it to be the same stuff all the time. The game right now, with all the options we have available, tools we have available, I should say, to make our characters, there's over 300, almost 300 gear sets, or close to. I think somebody said there was like 285 gear sets in the game. When I did the math, there was 327. So I don't know what math is right and wrong, because I went through and counted every piece and everything. And if you guys are wondering also like how I can maintain doing this and only this, I'll tell you guys a little story. So I used to do taxes for a living, or work for a tax company for a living. So I knew numbers really well when I got into doing this, and so that's where the numbers comes from. That ease of numbers for me is I did a lot of math doing that, and so it was really simple to work with numbers and percentages and all that kind of stuff, and so that's why I can do it so easy here. But there's more to it than that. That's all I did for 5 years, was did the tax thing. And I worked part-time as a PC repair technician. So I would repair people's PCs outside of doing that. That didn't make me a whole lot of money. So that's why I dropped doing those two things and decided to do this full-time. I have other income besides that. That's all you need to know. It's private, personal stuff. But I just want to let you guys know this is what I'm doing full-time. And I'm doing it because I love video games. I love gaming. And I love MMOs. And this is my way of trying to contribute to the community something more than just the meta. And it's not that I hate the meta, guys. It's just that I know there's other options, and I want to offer those other options to people who want to play the game at in-game and enjoy it just like everyone else. I'm not here to create a new meta. I don't care about it. I'm just here to play the game just like everyone else. So everyone has their own preferences. I have mine. People have theirs. You like the meta, play the meta. If you don't, you can check out my builds. You might like them. So that's it with the builds, so you guys understand what's going on. When it comes to the rest of the stuff on my channel, like the news, I will be redoing going in and cleaning up my news section. I will be cleaning up my Let's Talk section and my guides. Oh my gosh. I went through my guides video listing the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I have like 10 gold farming guides in one area, and I was like, I only need the most up-to-date one. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling all my guides down out of there, and then I'm going to redo a lot of them. I'm not going to redo like the skills, the classes, those kind of things. I am going to be redoing a lot of the other things, because a lot of that stuff really hasn't changed much. Some of it has, and I might go back and redo some of the videos, but a lot of it hasn't. The champion point one, I'm going to leave. The gold farming and gear farming, the most recent ones, I'm going to leave. But I am going to go back in and redo some of the other ones. As for a lot of those guides, are just going to get removed out of there because I don't need that many guides in there. I just need ones that are prevalent to the game. The next thing I'm going to be doing, and I know this is going to sound even crazier, but the next thing I'm going to be doing is dungeon guides. But a lot of this stuff, you got to remember, is going to be long-term goals. So like dungeon guides, I might release dungeon guides throughout this next 365 days, the next year. So if I do that, by the next time the next DLC comes, dungeon DLC comes around, hopefully, I can make guides for those and have all the guides for all the other ones done before those release. That's my goal. And a lot of those guides will be done in vet mode with vet builds. So these are going to be builds made to do that content, and that way I can show you guys that, like how to play through that content and what mechanics work best for them. So that's what I'm going to be working on over the next year, is the dungeon guides. If I can get things going with something else, I might even start trial guides. But that's going to be further down the road, to be honest. Maybe. It might be, I might do them in between, I don't know, but eventually I do want to do trial guides too, with the builds I use, and playing with a good dynamic group that understands like my play style. So I'm looking into doing that, getting that set up and bringing you guys those. But I just want to kind of like update you guys to kind of keep you informed of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, these kind of things. So Remember, this update, I'm going to be releasing 35 builds. Next update, I might actually cut it back and just release like 5 or 10 tanks and do or do 5 tanks and do like a main tank for one class, off tank for another class, main tank for one class, off tank for another class, and then the next update around do the same thing, or the next chapter DLC. I might do that. It depends on how tedious this is for me and how stressful it is for me. Because if it's too stressful, I honestly probably won't maintain it. It would just be too much of a headache, and that's not what I want. I don't want my job to be stressful. I want it to be something I like doing, and since I can make my own time for it, that's what's going on. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I just want to kind of keep you guys informed, so you guys know, hey, he's serious about this. He really wants to do this kind of thing, and that's it. I want to show like I'm really serious about this. I want to bring you guys great content that you guys like. I want to bring you builds that you guys like, and I want to show you guys these builds in action. So I will tell you this: I'm not going to be playing all 35 builds. There is no way. But I do know enough about the math behind the game that I can create these builds, and I know they'll work. Because it's just a matter of mimic. And I'll be explaining that in another video. So, but yeah, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to start working on all this stuff. I plan on having most of it ready by next week, but it just depends on time frame, schedule, that kind of thing. Like, I'm free during the day pretty much, but in the afternoon, I have my kids, I have my family time. Then I have my evenings, and my evenings are really short now because of the fact that I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning to get my kids ready for school. But I do get up I do go to bed about 11 o'clock, so I do get a decent night's sleep so I can continue with my process the next day. But yeah, just keeping you guys informed. That's pretty much what I want to do. So yeah, expect a lot of changes coming really quick. And a lot of it's going to be hopefully for the better. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, hit that subscribe button. I do plan on keeping things going. So, yeah. Thanks you all for watching. Or thank you all for watching. Not thanks you all. Sorry, southern part of me. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you again. Bye.